Hey Vibers, it's your boy Kai, and today I want to dive deep into a topic that has been a massive part of my life, my ADHD journey. Now, this isn't just a story about the challenges and the roller coaster of emotions, but it's about the hope, the growth, and the positive outlook that I've gained along the way. You see, my journey with ADHD has been eye-opening, to say the least, and I'm here to share why it makes me feel hopeful for my future. Let's go back to the year 2022 when I received my ADHD diagnosis. Imagine living your life feeling like you're constantly trying to catch a train that's just a bit too fast for you. That was me, pre-diagnosis. I always knew that I was different, but I couldn't pinpoint exactly why. Discovering that I have ADHD, it was like getting a piece of the puzzle that I'd been trying to solve for years. It was a relief, but it also marked the beginning of a new chapter. And one thing I learned on this journey is to embrace the chaos. ADHD comes with its set of challenges, for sure. Faux show. There are days when my mind feels like it's running a marathon while I'm just trying to sip my morning tea or something, right? But here's the kicker. I've learned to find the humor in the chaos, laughing at myself when I walk into a room and forget why I'm there, or when I'm multitasking so hard that I end up accomplishing like literally nothing. It's these moments that remind me to take a step back and just breathe. Connecting with other adults has been a game changer for me as well. I realized that I wasn't alone in this, and there's a whole community of people out there that are navigating the same choppy waters, and they're sharing stories and tips and words of encouragement, and it's been incredibly validating and empowering. It's like we're all part of this exclusive club where forgetting your keys becomes a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? And with every challenge, I mean, it comes with an opportunity for growth. My ADHD journey has been filled with learning curves. So I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've learned and picked up along the way. So first and foremost, mindfulness practices. Incorporating mindfulness into my daily routine, it's been a true lifesaver, whether it be my breathing exercises or journaling or just taking a moment to enjoy the silence. And as an introvert, that means the world to me. But like practices like that, it helps calm the storm that's constantly in my mind. The second thing that I've learned along the way is structured flexibility. And I know that sounds like a oxymoron, but but it's true. Structured flexibility. It's when it's when you're finding a balance between having a structured schedule and allowing flexibility within that structure. And when you're able to do that, it helps you manage your time and energy better. It certainly works for me. And the third thing that I've learned throughout my journey so far is that self-care is key. I cannot stress this enough. Regular exercise, enough sleep, and eating healthy, it does wonders for managing my ADHD symptoms. I wasn't like that before. That was not something that I was focusing on in the past. I thought that exercise, sleeping, eating healthy was just how I would get in shape from a physical standpoint, but it's a lot deeper than that. Exercising, enough sleep, eating healthy, that affects the mind too, and it makes it a lot easier for me to manage my ADHD symptoms. Now, why does this all make me feel hopeful for the future? Well, it's simple. Because it shows progress. It shows that with the right mindset, the right tools and support, managing ADHD is not just possible, but it can also be a self-discovery, a journey of self-discovery and growth. And um, what I wanted to do is share some actionable tips that have worked for me, and I figured might help you out as well. So, here are three actionable tips that I have for you. Number one, this helped me find your routine. What I've done is experiment with different schedules and routines until I found what works best for me. And I implore you to do the same. Find and experiment with different schedules and routines that work for you. Find out what works best for you. And the reason I say find what works best for you is because every person's every person experiences ADHD a little bit different, right? So you and I might have ADHD, but the way that your ADHD affects your life might be different than the way ADHD affects my life. ADHD is a spectrum, so it affects everybody differently. So it's really important for you to experiment with different schedules and routines, find out what works for you. The second thing, actionable item that I recommend is to embrace technology. Use apps, use tools that are designed to help people like us with focus and time management. They can be true game changers. It doesn't even have to be an app that is down, like there's tons of apps that you can download for your ADHD, but like you can even use simple tools like a timer. Like one of the things that I struggle with my ADHD quite often is time blindness. I lose track of time very, very easily, especially when I become hyper focused on things. So I literally will set a timer that goes off every 30 minutes. And it's just a constant reminder of what time it is and how long I've been working on projects and things like that. So it's a little bit more difficult for me to just kind of lose track of time and space and all of that. And the last thing, last actionable item that I can't recommend this enough, seek support, whether it's professional, a friend, online community, having a support system is crucial. I was telling you before about how I found this amazing community of people online, like ADHD TikTok, ADHD Instagram, ADHD Facebook. There's so many wonderful content creators and other people that are just like you and me that are sharing their stories and making content. And it helps you feel very validated in your journey. It helps you understand that you truly are not alone. And there's a lot of people out there that are doing the same things that you're doing, that are experiencing the same things that you're experiencing. On top of that, I would not be anywhere without my therapist. Speaking with a mental health professional is the best thing that I have ever done. And I totally recognize that accessibility to mental health professionals, it's easier for some than it is for others, but I got to say there are resources out there. Please take advantage of those resources wherever they may be, whatever they might be. At the end of the day, you want to be able to talk with somebody that can provide you tools that are specified specifically for you. You want to speak with somebody that has a wealth of knowledge that is far beyond the knowledge that you and I have. You want to talk with somebody that is able to have a 30,000-foot view of your life that is unbiased. That has done wonders for me. I cannot recommend it enough because I always tell people like because sometimes people will ask me for advice on various ADHD things, and like I always tell people I'm not a mental health professional, nor do I pretend to be one. All I do is I share my story, I share my journey, and the things that work for me hopefully can work for you too. But at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff that I work on comes from my therapist. A lot of the things that one of the reasons why I'm able to manage my ADHD so well is because of my therapist. So I cannot recommend that enough. If you have the ability to speak with a mental health professional, please do. Now, I get tons of questions about ADHD in my DMs and emails and stuff like that. So I actually wanted to share with you three questions that I get all the time, and I hope that this can hopefully answer some of those questions. So one of the questions I get all the time is how do you deal with distractions? It's a great question. In my quest to navigate the waves of ADHD, I've honed in on a strategy that significantly enhances my productivity and my focus. It's the art of timing. I meticulously carve out specific times for each task on my to-do list. I'm always treating them like a as a non-negotiable appointment with myself. And this message, this method, it brings a sense of order to the often chaotic ADHD mind that's inside my head. It brings a little bit structure to it, and it's creating clear boundaries and expectations for what needs to be accomplished. It helps for me to it helps to ensure that I stay on track, right? So I leverage. I talked about this before. I leverage the power of a timer. It's very simple, yet it's incredibly effective, and it helps me feel anchored to the task that I'm doing at hand. It minimizes the lure of distractions, especially with my cats. I have two cats, and they're the most adorable things in the world. So, utilizing a timer really comes in handy. But here's the twist. I've also learned the importance of integrating breaks into my schedule. These aren't just timeouts. They are vital moments that allow my brain to recharge and prevent burnout, ADHD burnout, which is a thing. Maybe I'll do a podcast episode on that one day. But by acknowledging the need for breaks, I've discovered that they actually enhance my focus, making each work session a little bit more productive. This balanced approach of structured work time interspersed with meaningful breaks has been a complete game changer in my life when it comes to managing my ADHD, transforming what could be a stumbling block into a stepping stone towards achieving my goals. Another question that I get all the time, any advice for newly diagnosed adults? Yes. My friends, my adult friends that are just recently diagnosed with ADHD. Listen, embarking on the journey of understanding your ADHD is akin to navigating a vast, uncharted territory. It's a path that's filled with discoveries and challenges and moments of self-realization. Now, in this journey, it's crucial to give yourself grace. Recognizing that learning about ADHD and how it intricately affects your daily life, your relationships, and your self-perception is a process that doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, self-compassion, and an acknowledgement of your progress, no matter how small, no matter how big, no matter how small it is. Each step you take, whether it's reading an article about ADHD or trying a new strategy to manage your time or simply reflecting on your experiences, or maybe it's just listening to this podcast about ADHD, whatever it may be, every step is a step towards greater understanding and acceptance of yourself. This journey, this ADHD journey is uniquely yours. And by taking it one step at a time, you're building a foundation of self-awareness and resilience that will support you in all areas of your life. And the third question that I get all the time is, how do you explain ADHD to someone who doesn't understand ADHD? I love this question. Okay, so when I try to explain ADHD, what ADHD feels like to someone who might not fully understand it, I often liken it to, this is a very common a very common way to put it, but it's common, but I use it all the time. It's great. It really is like a web browser that has too many tabs open, right? It's a constant, overwhelming flood of information, ideas, and distractions that are vying for attention all at once. Now, that analogy, it isn't about portraying a lack of focus, as many might mistakenly believe ADHD to be. Rather, it's about highlighting the unique challenge of having an abundance of focus that's spread too thinly across too many things simultaneously. It's like every tab in the browser is playing music or a video, and you're trying to listen to each one while also keeping track of which tab is which. Now, this constant juggling act, it's exhausting for sure, but it also gives a glimpse into the rich, complex inner world of someone with ADHD, where focus isn't absent, but rather allocated in a unique and broad and encompassing way. So, listen, friends, especially adults with ADHD, there's something special that I've been working on that I think could really make a difference in your lives. It's my new digital ADHD guidebook. It's called Navigating Daily Life with ADHD, a digital guidebook for adults. I poured everything that I've learned, experienced, and conquered into this guide, aiming to turn the ADHD narrative from one of struggle to one of empowerment and success. This isn't just a digital book. It's a journey that we'll embark on together, offering practical solutions, deep understanding, and a sense of community for all of us navigating the complexities of ADHD. For a limited time, I'm offering my digital guidebook for 50% off because I want it to reach as many hands as possible. I know what it feels like to feel overwhelmed, to juggle a million thoughts at once, and to seek a beacon of hope. And this digital guidebook is designed to be just that, a beacon of hope. A beacon of hope filled with step-by-step strategies for enhancing focus, organization, time management, and so much more, all woven together with the understanding that comes from someone who's lived it, me. So If you're interested in that, if you're ready to transform the way that you navigate daily life with ADHD, to find practical solutions and all of that, this digital guidebook is for you. I want to be able to take a step together towards a more organized, fulfilling life with ADHD. And understand that ADHD doesn't define us, but it enriches our life journey. So I want you to download your path towards transformation today and start turning those ADHD challenges into your greatest strengths. Wrapping it up, my friends, listen, my ADHD journey has been a roller coaster of emotions, challenges, and triumphs. It's taught me resilience, self-acceptance, and the power of a positive community. I've learned to laugh at the chaos. I've learned to embrace my unique strengths, and most importantly, I've learned to extend compassion to myself and others navigating this journey. To all my fellow ADHDers out there, remember, I know this is cliche to say, but it's so true. You are not alone. Your experiences are valid, and there's a whole community out there to support you. There's a whole community. There are resources out there. If you're interested in getting my ADHD guidebook for adults, all you have to do is I'm going to put a link in the description of this. You can also click the link in my bio. It's all going to be there. There's resources there for you. There's a community out there to support you. And together, we can continue to break down the stigma surrounding mental health, surrounding ADHD, and make the conversation surrounding mental health and ADHD a little bit easier for everybody. With that said, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. As always, much love, good vibes, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.